Yep, that's me. I'm spending 24 hours wild camping on a bicycle in South Africa. And it was wild, from passing out to getting blessed by a sangoma, panning for gold, and more. It's safe to say that this was a terrible idea. Okay, here's all the gear. Sleeping bag, gas stove, gold pan, tent, food, and some snacks. Now I've got to fit all of this on this. This is already heavy. This is probably the worst idea I've had. It's getting so high I need to adjust the camera. It's almost as tall as me. And yes, we all know how this ends. Looking back now, I should have probably strapped it down layer by layer, or not take so much with. But before this video is done, I'll teach myself a lesson or two. Oops. By some miracle, I got everything strapped down. Nothing could go wrong now. So I started my journey, blindly ignoring all the signs, such as the struggling engine. This is a helpmate trap after all. I made my way through the town, often getting on the dirt path, but always utilizing the tarred sidewalks. This is a bicycle after all, even the popo agrees. Checks are often and alarming, but after one of these checks, I made a grave error and forgot my side stand down. This will come to haunt me later on. Regardless, I crossed the same bridge that I've crossed many times before, but never on the sidewalk. The big challenge is getting over the robot, a traffic light for all you non-South Africans. Get my ebook. After a magnificent kickoff,
yeah boy, fucking go boy. Yeah.
I was almost out of the bustling town.
Yes.
Following all the road laws, I finally made it to the bicycle path, where I got the approval from a real biker and a wheelbarrow operator. But then I got another sign of this doomed undertaking. The engine kept cutting out and stopped on its own accord. After fixing the wiring issue that caused it, I found my favorite energy drink. This is number 1 in Aberdeen.
Yes. Ek wil ja. Dankie, dankie. Lekker dag.
After a brief 2-hour conversation, I set off again. Once again forgetting my side stand. Idiot.
Yeah.
A short ride later, and I made it to the edge of town, where I decided to stop for a check, but this ended with all of my belongings on the ground. The side stand finally gave way. Worse, I had to work quickly as there are baboons nearby. Half an hour later, and I finally have everything reattached. I just hope it holds this time. Once again ignoring a red flag, I continued on.
Let's go.
The downhill was the easy part, but when it came to the uphill, not so much. This was the first proper uphill that this motor bicycle will face. I pushed the engine as far as I could, but after a valiant effort, it couldn't carry my fat bum any further. And after stating the obvious,
It's steep.
I pushed. Cars passed me, but I couldn't care less. All that I could hear in my head was his words of encouragement.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
At the top I made a drongo friend
Drongo.
and found the tree. That was brutal. Nope, that was easy, Jakes. Here's the bike. It's already leaning again. Luckily from here it's downhill, and then there's a massive uphill and a long downhill, and that's where I want to camp. But considering that massive uphill, let's see if I can find a better spot. Just down the first dip, I might go up or down the river. The only problem is a better chance of encountering sangomas. But that's the only choice. I'm not going to make it up another hill. I'm going to take a breather and then continue. So it's the George Neisner Road, but it's closed. I'm going to go there, straight through them. Nobody can stop me. After once again struggling with my luggage, I was away. This has to be one of the most breathtaking roads in South Africa, with a lush indigenous forest. And there I was minding my own business, when out of nowhere,
Only that guy.
this gave me the confidence to increase my speed as well, even though he has a specialized bicycle and I have a skadonk. It's not like I'll fall far. Little did I know, it took me 5 minutes going down today will take over an hour going up tomorrow. As I approached my semi-legal camping spot, I saw a man on the road, then 2 taxis, and some more people on the bridge. With my spot now taken, I decided to take on one more hill and look for another spot. But that's when I saw some commotion down by the river. Being a curious individual, I turned back to have a closer look with my camera. I 100% can't show you what I saw, also wouldn't want to disrespect their privacy. All I can show you is this. I had no choice but to tackle the steep hill. But first, a little liquid energy. After getting tired of walking, I decided to give the engine a go. Naturally, to no avail.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's not. After a brilliant effort, I started seeing stars. But I couldn't stop moving. I have to use what little momentum I have. And then it all got a little too much. My only hope is to make the bicycle stand on its own before it all goes dark. When I eventually got the side stand out and felt a rock to lean it on, I got off and passed out. The next while was spent in and out of consciousness. At least I got some absolutely useless time lapses. I then decided to record the still standing bicycle for no apparent reason, as well as my crotch. Before having another lie down, I also recorded something on my video camera without actually recording.
I passed out here. I just need to find a spot where nobody can see me.
After consuming a double cup of cement to harden up, I went back down to the river. Luckily everyone had gone, but I still had to find an incognito camping spot. I decided to check the south side of the bridge first. And although there's no easy way to get the bicycle down and up tomorrow, at the bottom I found some burning candles, presumably from the ceremony. I decided to try my luck on the other side. And I found what might just be the worst perfect spot.
I thought there might be a better space up there, but I won't get the bicycle through. Here seems like a beautiful area, but the road is right over there. And then you got the bridge over there, and then it goes up. This is a bit too in the open, but right behind here, this seems like the perfect hidden spot, except there's some witch. It looks like the stuff inside of the diaper. Normally I wouldn't sleep here, but under the circumstances, I don't have a choice. Luckily I brought a little shovel, so let's get to cleaning up. A nice place to sleep.
I'd rather not show you this part, so here's me unpacking my gear. Once this was done, I got to pitching the tent. After all this hard work, I decided to make my first meal of the day.
On today's menu, 2-minute noodles with cup of soup. There we go. Now I realized the water that I got from there, that is the same place where people were having a bath earlier. So I went further up the stream to there, where there's nice and fresh water. Now I'm just waiting it to finish boiling, and then I know it's safe to drink.
Question, do you also break your instant noodles? Scientists say that it's more efficient to stir your coffee like this. I say, if you don't have milk, a milkshake will do. It's already cold enough for the butane to freeze. And there's not much left. I made my noodles, blissfully unaware of what's about to go down. As a kid, I always wondered how we can see the moon during the day. As an adult, I wonder why we pay taxes if the government is just going to steal it all.
Beautiful.
The area is gorgeous, but being South Africa, you find trash everywhere. I noticed a car approaching as I was bringing my noodles to a boil. And before long they parked right beside my campsite. So I finished making my meal. And with this task done, I started moving all of my things out of the way. Just in time. Whilst they were having a deeply spiritual ritual, I was eating my noodles. At some point they stopped the ritual and one of the men came over to me. He wanted to make sure that they're not bothering me. I told him that I just wanted to make sure that I'm not bothering them. Since everything was all good, I quietly observed their ritual. But then the absolutely unthinkable happened.
What the fuck just happened? They were coming down to do a traditional healing with a traditional healer. So I moved all of my things out of the way because I know there where I was cooking my noodles, that's where generally everything happens. It's right over there. So I moved over here, sat here very awkwardly chowing my noodles and just observing. And then the traditional healer called me over and they gave me a shot of gin. I've been sober for 8 months now. So I said, sorry, I don't drink, sorry, I don't drink, sorry. And he kept pouring the old buck gin. And then he gave it to me and he said, if you don't drink it, throw it in the water. Because that's what the traditional healer was doing. She was taking a shot of gin and a shot of, I think, brandy or whiskey. And then a glass of Coca-Cola and just throwing it in the water. Like I saw that and then they asked me to come do that as well. And that was part of the ritual. And then they included me in their ritual. The whitest of white boys. So it just shows you, South Africa isn't full of racism. I don't know what to say. It's cold. It's very cold. But the light is already too low. So even if I wanted to, I can't cycle home. I still can't believe what just happened. That was beautiful. I'm hiding because there's people over there that are shagging in that bucky. I just hear interesting noises every once in a while. It seems like they're having a good time. Got all my gear. Got my tent and my bicycle. So the tent I didn't want to pitch properly because it'll just stick out more. I just need to slide in there into my sleeping bag. I'm also hiding away here because if I sit out there, people will definitely see me and know something's up. Now I'm just going to hide till the sun's down, which is very, very soon. And then hopefully survive the evening. Although alright, I'll get up pretty early just in case there's more people that want to do their traditional healing. Just so I'm not in the way. Oh no, sounds like they're fighting. Update. The guy cheated on her. Who needs soap operas when you have real life television? This is awkward. Anyway, there's not a lot of sun left and it's already cock cold. Because I'm staying next to a river like an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna see if I fit. Let's see. It's been an hour and they're still arguing. Anyway, dinner. Pies. Mac and cheese pies. It's just a bit dry, so I've got mayo. So he's adamant that she fucked someone else. But he doesn't know who. And I was just asking him, wie het my genaai, wie het my genaai. I don't know, neither. This is gonna make sure that I have heartburn tonight. Got some Burger King mayo, my bro. Now they're laughing. Chuck some mayo on there. Mooi. And that's why I'm single. This is good. I'm just boiling some water. Gonna put it in this that I got from Timu, just so I've got water for tomorrow. So I've tried to boil the water 3 times already. It is so cold that the butane freezes when it comes out, so it doesn't work. So you gotta stop, take out the can, warm it up with your hands, making your hands cold, and then putting it back, and then it works. And finally I have boiling water. Just let it boil for a bit, make sure there's no bacteria, just so I won't die. It's so cold. So I think I'm gonna pack everything in the tent, get in the tent, and just chill there because it is seriously cold and it's just gonna get colder. It's so dark now that I've got to switch to my night vision. Boom. It's dark and it's cold and it's so freaky here. I'm slowly just adding water to the bottle, but I'd like to finish up soon because this, I don't know, I keep hearing things and getting frights. The people are still in the bakkie arguing. You just can't hear them anymore. I think they notice that I'm here. Quickly fill up this bottle and then just lay in bed and hug my knife. Okay, I'm in bed now. I can hear they started the bakkie, so they're probably leaving soon as well. I hope nothing weird happens tonight. If anything weird happens, I'll let you know. Otherwise, good night.
As I laid there, all I could hear was the sound of the river. And often it sounded like a voice. Subscribe.
Morning! I have no reason to be so cheerful. That was a terrible night of sleep. The bit that I did sleep. But I'm happy that it's over. And it is cold coffee and brekkie. Now, oh, my body's so sore. But more on that later. So beautiful. All I heard last night was that stream. The whole night. Just got the kettle boiling there. I hear someone driving by. I barely slept last night. That was terrible. That was the second most uncomfortable sleep that I've ever had. The first being the 24-hour cave survival, where I also slept on the ground. But there was a rock that was poking into my hip. And now my right side, my right hip, so sore I can barely walk. I won't be able to cycle uphill. I'll barely be able to walk. This was a bad idea. This was a terrible idea. But it was cool. I can't even phone anyone to come get me because there is no signal here. Fuck! The butane keeps freezing up this morning. Why do I do this? I don't mind coolish coffee, but I need to boil the water to make sure there's no bacteria in there. The water that we boiled last night is nice and cool, so at least I've got 600 mils of water. And I'll have some coffee. There's already someone cycling this early in the morning. Wonder if he wants to cycle my thing home and then I'll cycle his bicycle home. So you see the little fluffies in the tree? That is very cool. There's some more of it. It's called Omansbaard, old man's beard. And that has antiseptic properties. Or it's antibacterial, antiseptic, I don't know. I'll Google it home and then post it right now. And once you start looking for it, you can actually see it everywhere. In all the trees. Cheers to surviving the evening. I'm pretty sure this is the spot where everyone comes to pee and poo. Because the whole evening it just smelled like piss and shit. But that's okay. I'm not going to waste my time by doing this nicely. You fucking jam it in there, mate. What's the difference between peanut butter and jam? You can't peanut butter your sleeping bag in its bag. But you can jam it.
Do not Google the actual joke from How I Met Your Mother.
Bicycle is still here.
I quickly packed up the tent.
What's my peg bag? Never mind.
A tent that is actually older than I am. They certainly don't make them like they used to.
Boom. Can't lose that. Boom. Again. Now I've got to fix the problem of the crate falling off the
I don't know what you call it. So my plan is to take 2 sticks wider than the crate, attach them to the crate holder, and then put the crate on top so that because the big problem is it falls down. So if there's something stopping it, it won't fall down. I could use my knife, but I've got something way better.
It's a lot of cyclists this morning. What a way to spend a Sunday. In here, somewhere we go. Here's my secret weapon.
This is what you call a pocket chainsaw. But not a wire saw, this actually has a chain, like a chainsaw. It's very cool, and I haven't tried it. I'm sure this gadget can do a lot better, but being the survival novice that I am, it didn't go all that well. I got a decent start. Oh yeah, boy. But then I just seized it. Faster than my knife. And yes, off screen, I did finish them off with my knife. The chain also loves to catch on itself, but I think that with a sharpened and a better operator, it'll cut like butter through a knife. Let's go find some gold.
Skimming that spot there.
Already I can see a lot of pyrite. I am a fool, so of course I'll find fool's gold. Whoa. There we go. Okay, let's go pan this out. This is my first time panning, but I've watched lots of YouTube videos, so I'm an expert. Oh, no way! A rock! Sadly, no gold. There's barely any black sand even. So either that's just a bad spot, or there's no gold. Or I just suck big hairy balls. Now it's time for brekkie, which is liver. I'd like to heat them up, but the gas is done. So there we go. Breakfast of losers. It's beautiful here though. Let's see what that water tastes like. Oh wow. That tastes like water. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna chow a bit more livers, back up, and then hopefully strap down everything so that it doesn't fall off. I'm gonna be walking 80% of the time. Whatever was downhill yesterday is uphill today. Whatever was uphill is downhill. There was only one uphill yesterday and 2 downhills. At least it's very beautiful where I am. And at least the road back is very beautiful. It's all worth it. And I do this to show you guys how beautiful this country is, how beautiful the people are in this country. You don't need a lot of money. Just camp behind a bush where people take a cock. And thanks for watching.
So this is why I needed sticks. They're tightened. They're not going anywhere. The whole thing might come off. Fuck, I hope not. If that goes on there now, it should not fall over. So let's pack everything. First I'll show you guys the bridge.
In the days of the ox wagon, this river was a nightmare to cross. In 1867, Thomas Bain started work on what is now known as the Seven Passes. By 1893, a wooden bridge was erected here. And in 1904, the current bridge was constructed. On the wooden bridge's original columns, meaning these pillars are over 130 years old. Needless to say, it got national monument status in the 1970s. They did all this hard work just so you can come and write your name here. Brilliant. This is known as Kaiman's Gat. A Kaiman is a merman, Gat is hole, the merman hole. Even though there's now a man-made hole and the river is currently low, in flood you can imagine this whole area being a hole where you'd find mer people. The river is even called Kaiman's Rivier, Merman's River. The cave that I spent 24 hours in has mermaid paintings, so go check that out for more info.
Lots of old man beard there.
With everything packed and strapped, I got the bicycle to the road. Just as some people arrived. Talk about great timing. And what a dancer.
Let's do it!
I decided to get a nice run up to the hill. And although my plan seemed to be working, the gold pan had other plans.
Shit. It's so beautiful here, but then there's so much pollution. KFC, First Watch, Obies, there's even an oil refill, and it's everywhere. I'm walking as far as I can. I'm taking it very easy though. I can do this.
You can do
Let's
it!
do it!
Staying pumped didn't last, but at least everything was holding up, and I wasn't the only one struggling.
You got this, bro.
I've been standing en ek staan nog heeltyd in trap.
This hill is 1.6 kilometers, with an altitude of 70 meters, if that means anything to you. Every time I turn a corner, I hope that it's the last one, and every time I'm disappointed. Until I wasn't.
Yes, yes. I look fabulous. One down, one more to go. There is a massive hole in my jersey. I don't even know when this happened. It's about as big as your mom's vagina. This is going to be great. It's a proudly South African little juicy. This one's tropical.
I call the shot the Totti POV.
You got to pinch it and then tear it. And then put it in your mouth and let it explode.
With the storm rolling in early, naturally I decided to film some leaves.
I fastened everything again. Big difference is now the gold pan is there. So now we continue. Let's go. No, let's go.
The engine was cold, but it felt great to once again be using dinosaurs to power me forward. On the straight, I built up speed for 3 reasons. 1, I wanted to make it up the hill. 2, I wanted to avoid the baboons. And 3, I wanted to pass my first cyclist ever. This is for every cyclist that's ever passed me. All I had to do now was keep moving. Against all odds, I made it to the top. And confident that I have a great lead, I stopped to check my luggage. Then made like Rokov. I could hardly believe my eyes when I saw my next target. Yes, it was an old lady, but I beat her. I passed her. And an old man. My grands would have been so proud. Being back in town was an immediate struggle. But once I was on the bridge, I was home free. Until I got caught in a traffic jam. I have found that being patient leads to great interactions.
Sorry, I had this motorbike, but I was thinking now, what? Motorbike?
Let's have a good one.
I will admit that I was very impressed with this little engine. It never gave me any trouble, until it did.
I made it! Barely. A well-deserved Coca-Cola. About 100 meters up the road, the chain on my sprocket came loose, but I got it on thanks to these dirty hands. Thanks for watching. Please stay for another one. Check out the cave survival.